Hello, welcome back to Water Peace Project's monthly water ceremony and collective consciousness experiment in collaboration with Aquasci and Cybertronica. And thank you so much for tuning in today because together with your support and participation, this is actually our 19th experiment of this series where we are scientifically exploring the power of group consciousness and its effect on water. And so if you want to learn more about these experiments, you can find our info at waterpeaceproject.org and just click on our research page. You can even download our published research that was written by our scientific advisor, Dr. Serge Kernbach, and it's titled Focusing Collective Attention, the Targeted Maharishi Effect. And so if you want to participate in today's live experiment we're conducting right now, just join the experiment link on aquasci.com and you can just create a free login. It's really easy. Just enter in your email and you'll see the live water sample there at the same exact time. So you can find that direct link in the chat. And also, you'll never see us asking you for a credit card. So we've had some spammers. I just want to clear the air with that. If you see anything like that, we've seen some of that activity online. So just, ignore that stuff. Everything is free here. So you just join the live experiment. We have the pinned link for you in the comments section. So hello, everyone. I'm Lindsay Fox, a water researcher and founder at Water Peace Project. And our mission here is to inspire and educate the importance of water for peace. And our focus is supporting and advancing water and consciousness-based sciences because when we learn about water, we learn about ourselves because we are mostly made of water. And today I'm joined by these two amazing water women, my water sisters, my Hado sister. Please welcome our special guest, Miss Jeanette Seeley. And Jeanette and her two daughters are certified Hado instructors and have supported Water Peace Project from the day we founded it. So please welcome Jeanette Seeley.
Thank you, Lindsay. It's such an honor to be here with you both.
And we also want to welcome back our Mana Keeper and peace partner from peacesundays.org. Please welcome Laura Pele Lafolia Ava, and she's also the founder at One Global Family Foundation and Alliances. Welcome, Laura.
Aloha, dear Lindsay and Jeanette. Honored to be here with you both. Mahalo.
We're so grateful for both of you joining us and everyone who's joining us today in resonance for this February 11th water ceremony, especially as we approach a time, because we're all about synchronicity. So this is a time when the whole world is synchronizing in love and expressing their love to the people that they love for this upcoming February 14th. And we've been doing a lot of that synchronizing also this past month of our rice experiment, where we've been directing positive and negative energy to two different jars of rice daily to see the effects. And actually today we're excited there's a slight change. And so, but we're gonna extend this until we see a significant effect because this is a very powerful experiment and it shows how our thoughts and our words affect ourselves and actually the entire world. So, well, especially the negative emotions, like we have more negative emotion or thoughts in a day probably than we do positive sometimes. And so it can be really interesting to see these effects. And I think there was even a study that showed how painful emotions like rejection lights up areas in the brain that we receive pain signals. So that can also be physically painful. So rejection and, we want to focus our attention on cultivating compassion. And we are going to direct that to the people that are most in need and love. And especially maybe people that we feel any discord with, or so we think this is a powerful opportunity for us to use this time to cultivate healing vibrations, and we're going to unite our hearts together in love and gratitude. And Water Peace Project was founded in the loving memory of our late teacher, Dr. Masaru Emoto, and we continue to share his teachings because we believe that by holding the intentions of peace towards water, by thinking and speaking and acting with the intentions of peace towards water, that water can and will bring peace to our bodies and to the world. And so I'm so grateful and love and gratitude for your resonance today and joining us to hold this water ceremony for peace. And everyone who's joining online, if you want to participate in the live experiment, this is where we are scientifically measuring the effects of our focused attention and our synchronized intentions on the same water sample. And the experiment actually began when we started. It'll last 30 minutes. So if you're watching our live stream, you have to join the experiment link to see the water sample. And this water sample is located in Germany, where it is isolated and stabilized. It's constantly being measured 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for any subtle changes. So we're actually exploring the power of group consciousness as an active force of energy. And as each person joins in, our collective energy is growing stronger and stronger. And this creates a powerful, morphogenic field of love and gratitude. And so let's begin by synchronizing our breath. And I'll sound the crystal bowl 3 times. Let's take 3 deep breaths and begin to focus our attention to the water sample now. And we really are grateful to have both Larissa and Jeanette with us here today for this global water ceremony and cultivating compassion, because both of these women are amazing, compassionate women in the way they live and also the work that they do. So I'd like to open up the circle to you both now and share with us, if you would.
Thank you, Lindsay. Mahalo. I love this particular quote about the supreme purpose and goal for human life is to cultivate love and compassion. And for One Global Family Foundation and Alliances, which was birthed from the 9/11 terrorist attacks 20 years ago, it was a spiritual awakening. It was devastating to see all of the hatred and darkness, and I wanted to do something to engage in bringing in more compassion and love and light. I know that that is the work of Dr. Emoto and Lindsay with the Water Peace Project and all of our sacred partners. So we began really by bringing together our interfaith community here in Southern California to just come together, serve with love and deep compassion for the poorest of the poor, the homeless. We began having meals and distribution of toys and clothing and shoes and blankets for our brothers and sisters who are less fortunate. We brought together Hindus and Muslims, Jews and Buddhists, and children from different schools and different groups and organizations. All of the diversity that God has created, we brought them all together in various different Sundays. They brought their different cultural traditional meals, and we had like a hometown buffet in the middle of our civic center. And we began, there was about maybe 200 people, but a few years later, it grew to over 600. And we realized that we needed to provide them also with shelter from the elements, and especially the rain. Water is such a beautiful element that we're so grateful to have, but it can also, be a challenge, especially when it's tsunamis or typhoons or hurricanes. Water can also be very powerful and destructive. And so, but we were able to come together with city and county leaders and all of us different interfaith and organizational leaders to help open up a temporary shelter that accommodated 500 of these beautiful souls. And we've done this now for close to 20 years. But a couple of years ago, the county and city were able to open up some more homeless shelters that were better facilities to accommodate. And what I learned from all of this is we have so much love. We have so much light and compassion within us. We come with this. This is our natural, essence. Our core essence is love. And so to be able to just give a smile, to see eye to eye, to even give an embrace, a hug, to, the souls that are on the street that are less fortunate, just by being able to see into them and acknowledge that they exist, to give them a warm smile, it makes their day. It validates and affirms that, they too are important in this, peace tapestry, this world that we live in, that sometimes everyone is so focused on what they're doing that they sometimes overlook these little treasures that are on the side of the road. And so if we want more love in the world, or compassion, or light, or kindness, it needs to begin from within and then allow it to reverberate out into the world. And this is how we can create a more better, beautiful, harmonious, peaceful, and equitable world. And so that's my sharing. I love and appreciate Dr. Emoto's work and teachings. And I'm grateful for the opportunity, Lindsay, that you provide us to come here and continue his legacy and his love. Thank you so much. Aloha.
That is so beautiful, Laura Sa, and I'm always amazed by you and your huge heart, and you are truly doing incredible work. And also, we've learned by our global experiments and from Dr. Emoto's teachings how our positive thoughts, words, our actions, our intentions, and prayer impact the world. And this was his hope for teaching Hado instructor school, so that we could each get the information and bring it back to our communities to create a positive impact for the world. And that's where Jeanette and I share a sisterhood also. With Jeanette attended the first Hado instructor school after Dr. Emoto departed. And she actually went to Tokyo. That's a far way for some people. He did travel and had a few schools around the world, but most of them were in Tokyo. And she traveled with her two daughters. And also, Jeanette was pregnant at the time, but Karina and Marissa were the first teens to be accepted as Hado instructors. And so I think that says a lot about the kind of mother and huge heart that Jeanette has, because I don't think most teens would be interested in that. And not only were they interested, they excelled actually, and which also really impressed the Hado teachers. So that was a really wonderful experience to share together. And I just hope maybe, Jeanette, you could share some of that, what drives your compassionate heart and cultivating your family, your community, and how it also provides powerful healing in the work you do and the people that you work with.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. And thank you, Laura Sa, for sharing your work. That was beautiful. And it was such a gift to go to Japan for the Hado training with Lindsay and Dr. Emoto's legacy that has been powerfully a part of our lives ever since. And my girls, I can't take credit, we grew up together in a nursing home environment. I worked in nursing homes for close to 20 years, and they came with me as often as they could and got to experience hands-on compassion training and the wisdom of their elders, and to sit by someone's bedside as they were dying with open-heartedness and comfort and care. And so it was super incredible that I got to raise them in that environment, and then to bring them as they became adults, they're now adults, into fields of caring and comfort for the world. And I think that that is our goal together, you know, in our various forms of work, is to create healing, ultimately healing between people for our communities, personal healing, interpersonal healing, and healing for our planet Earth. And I do believe this starts with the water, how we protect it, how we revere it, how we care for it. And it begins with understanding our own power in our thoughts and how that quickly turns into behaviors and actions. And even if it doesn't, just that recognition of the power of our thoughts, I think, is one of the things that this experiment is showing, and collectively how that power increases. So if we can take this coming together, this time to set a shared intention, the transformation and the potential for this is really magical. So I'm excited to be part of this, and honored and grateful with all of my heart. So thank you, Lindsay. Thank you to you, Laura Sa, and everyone participating.
Thank you so much, Jeanette. Both of you, I'm really touched. I got weepy-eyed. It really touches my heart, and your compassionate heart shows both of you and your children and all that you do. And I'm so grateful to have you and share the resonance that we share, have your support at Water Peace Project here, and this continues to ripple out. And as Dr. Emoto taught us, you know, we can thank water for that, right? And it does begin with the water, and especially with water's natural ability to record, store, and transmit wave information. And that's similar to a quartz crystal. And water is a natural transducer. So Dr. Emoto taught us that whenever we sit in front of water, like we're doing today, where we send out our messages of love and gratitude, that somewhere in the world, someone is being filled with that love and gratitude. And you really don't need to go anywhere. It's the water that's right inside of you. It's linked to all the water in the world. And your body, or the water that we're looking at, will resonate with the water everywhere. And our message of love and gratitude will reach the souls of people all over the world. So let's cover the world in a glorious morphogenic field of love and gratitude to bring more peace and harmony to all that are in need, especially the ones that need it the most. So with this in mind today, let's begin the water ceremony. We'll begin by sounding the crystal bowl 3 times. And Jeanette will open up the ceremony with a metta meditation for cultivating compassion. And then I will share the grand invocation in Japanese. And you can follow along by repeating after. And Laura Sa will share the Hawaiian Ho'oponopono prayer for forgiveness and reconciliation. And you can follow along by repeating after. So let's begin now.
So we'll begin the metta meditation for the next 3 minutes or so. I'll invite you to settle into a comfortable position, making sure that your spine is long and there's no energy restriction between the tailbone and the crown of your head. And then invite your shoulders to soften and your jaw to relax. Notice your breath flowing in and out of your body, and softly close your eyes or just gaze down the tip of your nose. Allow your attention to turn inward and become fully present in your body. At any time, if you feel a sense of discomfort or unease, you can take your attention to an external anchor, something pleasing or neutral in your environment. Perhaps settling your eyes on a plant or a glass of water nearby. But if it feels good for you, draw your awareness to your heart center and call to mind an image of someone you love dearly. And the first person that comes is the right one. And begin to crystallize this vision of this beautiful being's face in your mind's eye. And notice the natural inclination to share love with this being. A sense of your heart beginning to fill with an unbounded quality of loving kindness, a desire for this person's well-being and happiness, for their freedom from suffering. And take about 5 deep breaths out, softening into this capacity of your heart, this capacity for love and compassion. Unconditional, like the love of a mother, the metta. Sending out wishes for this person's well-being in your own words. Something maybe like, may you be happy. May you be free from suffering. May your body be strong and support you. May your life be filled with contentment and ease. Allowing the right words to come and flow forth from your heart to theirs. And with a deep breath out, gently release this person from your mind's eye. And call in an image of yourself. Perhaps as you are today, or at a different time in the past or the future. Again, crystallizing this image and allowing your heart to stay open in this full space, this boundless container for love and compassion. A deep desire for your own well-being and happiness. Offering yourself the same love and compassion that you offered the first being you called in. And sending this to yourself with words of metta. May you be. May you be. May you be. Softly releasing this image of you from your mind's eye, holding the fullness in your heart. As you call into mind an image of our beautiful blue planet, The waters, the source of all life, crystal clear streams and vast open seas. The water that you drink and the water that you give to those you love. The water that's part of this experiment, united in a field of love and compassion, sending out this metta, this unconditional love and kindness, desire for freedom and ease. Prayer for the waters and for all those touched by the water. May you be. May you be. May you be. Slowly, in your own time, releasing that image from your mind's eye and perhaps bringing your hands to your heart or to somewhere on your body to offer this love and gratitude, your capacity for compassion expanding and connecting. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And peace.
That was so beautiful. The waters are flowing from me. Thank you, Jeanette. And now together, let's chant the grand invocation. And this is a powerful mantra that Dr. Emoto chanted at all of his water ceremonies. It was actually his teacher taught him this. And since we'll be chanting it in Japanese, the meaning in English is the eternal power of the universe has gathered itself to create a world of true and grand harmony. And it was their hopes that 10% of the population would chant in resonance so that it would tip the scale and reach all people. So you can join in by repeating after me. Uchu no mugen no.
Uchu no Mugen no.
Shikara ga korikote.
Shikara ga Korekote.
Makoto no daiwa no.
Makoto no Daiwa no.
Mio ga narinata.
Mio ga Narinata.
Uchu no mugen no.
Uchu no Mugen no.
Shikara ga korikote.
Shikara ga Korekote.
Makoto no daiwa no.
Makoto no Daiwa no.
Mio ga narinata.
Mio ga Narinata.
Uchu no mugen no.
Uchu no Mugen no.
Shikara ga korikote.
Shikara ga Korekote.
Makoto no daiwa no.
Makoto no Daiwa no.
Miyoga Narinata.
Miyoga Narinata. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Jeanette, for that beautiful guided meditation. It touched me so deeply. This is a 4-year anniversary of my husband's funeral and burial at sea. And this day is a very sacred day for us in honoring him. And I just want to say thank you for allowing us to have this time together. I feel both of your hearts, and that guided meditation is just like a warm, divine embrace. At this time, I share the Ho'oponopono, powerful Hawaiian prayer of healing, a prayer for forgiveness and compassion, of love and reconciliation and gratitude as well. So, family, let's please connect to our sincere heart and say it 3 times, repeating after me. Water, I'm sorry.
Water, I am sorry.
Water, please forgive me.
Water, please forgive me.
Water, I thank you.
Water, I thank you.
Water, I love you.
Water, I love you.
Water, I am sorry.
Water, I am sorry.
Water, please forgive me.
Water, please forgive me.
Water, I thank you.
Water, I thank you.
Water, I love you.
Water, I love you.
Water, I am sorry.
Water, I am sorry.
Water, please forgive me.
Water, please forgive me.
Water, I thank you.
Water, I thank you.
Water, I love you.
Water, I love you. That was really, really beautiful. And I'm flowing so much and I'm feeling you so much, Larsa. And Jeanette, thank you so much for opening our hearts like that. And I really do believe that I actually saw Dr. Emoto with us, and the thing I learned most from him was how I came together to be with him. And that was what was touching me so much when you were saying, may you be, may you be. because it's the resonance that we share, right? And so that's the power within us, that we are showing up as who we are, and that's why we have each other to come together with in that way, because we resonate. So I'm just really grateful, and I'm feeling you both. Love and gratitude to you both for holding the space today. And may these prayers and this vibration continue to ripple out and throughout all of your days. So thank you.
Thank you so much, beautiful ones. Really grateful to be in the presence of both of you in this incredible collective of people sending love and light outward and allowing it to encircle our world.
Oh, my dear sisters, how I love you and how I love our global family. Thank you for joining us in all these Water Peace Project experiments and guided meditations and every wonderful thing that Lindsay pours her heart into. She amazes me. She amazes us and inspires us to continue to be so connected to the water within and the water all around. And we just had our Sacred Activism Peace Sunday program on, it was February 6th, and our theme was World Interfaith Harmony. And the theme coming up for later this month of February will also be focusing on the Trillion Trees Challenge, so that we can all be inspired to plant more trees and to care for nature, because we are nature. We're all interconnected, interrelated, and interdependent upon one another, not just the human relations, but all of creation. And when we honor all creation, we honor our Creator. That is so important. And in the upcoming months, we also have other Sacred Activism broadcasts. So visit our website, peacesundays.org, for more information. And I'd love to put a call out to action for this year. We are asking everyone to make every day Peace Sunday. And in June of 2022, it's the 40th anniversary of the very first Peace Sunday that was held in 1982 here in Southern California at the Rose Bowl. It was filled to max capacity of 100,000 people. The most popular musicians of the time, such as Stevie Wonder, Stevie Nicks, Linda Ronstadt, and many others, came together along with incredible leaders and sacred activists, indigenous elders, artists, to put together a powerful day of sharing messages and music and art to stop the nuclear proliferation. At the time in 1982, America was heading to a nuclear war with Iran. And that gathering, plus many other efforts, the collective impact that was made was a nuclear freeze. And that saved us. It saved our planet. And so we're coming together again to honor the efforts of the 40th anniversary. Back then, the theme was We Have a Dream, based off of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech and his call to action to build the beloved community. So in 2020, when we could not gather in person in Los Angeles for our annual Peace Sunday events, we put together a webumentary called Peace Sunday 2020, We Carry the Dream. And it's on our website as well. And last year, 2021, we still were in lockdown mode. So then the theme for last year was Be the Dream, Be the Change. honoring both Dr. Martin Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi, who said, "Be the change that you wish to see in the world," because every change begins from within each and every one of us. If we want a world that is peaceful, that is united and harmonious, it needs to begin from within each and every one of us. That water that is within us and all around us is a conductor. So what we think, what we feel, the sacred mana, sacred energy, it is magnified by water. How powerful is that? And, we need to understand there can never be peace and true unity until there is equity for all. This must be our laser focus. Equity for all and our Mother Earth, who sustains all life. We need to give back more than we take. And we need to protect our waters, our air, our earth, and the sacred fire that blazes within each and every one of our hearts, and the sacred fire all around. So this year, for the 40th anniversary, our theme that is coming through so loud and clear from Spirit is the power of one. The power of one dream, one day, one world, one family, one love, and you fill in the blank. What is it? What is your power of one? And so we want to invite everyone to join us. It'll be one powerful day, June 5th through the 6th. It'll begin with Indigenous prayers from our elders in Aotearoa, New Zealand, and then it will go around the world as programs will be submitted with music and art and poetry and dynamic leaders sharing from their heart what they're passionate about. It could be, decolonization, denuclearization, caring for Mother Earth, caring for all of our loved ones, spiritualization, and environmental stewardship. Again, whatever you're most passionate about. In carrying on the spirit and work of Peace Sunday 1982, there will be definitely a focus on denuclearization, as there are now over 600 nuclear power plants all around the world. Some of them are inactive, but there are others on the list to be built. Each one of them could be a ticking time bomb that will have the power to end humanity and definitely impact our Mother Earth and all future generations. And so we invite you to come and join us in our sacred canoe as we go around the world in putting together a beautiful peace tapestry of programs that will help to blanket our world, our earth, with more love, more light, more peace and harmony and equity for all. So that is our humble call to action. Thank you, Lindsay, for allowing me to share. And again, you can connect with us here on the Water Peace Project website, as well as peacesundays.org. Mahalo nui loa, whawhetai te lava.
Thank you so much, Larsa. That is really exciting, amazing. And I know there's going to be a lot of people that want to join you in that. And also, I just wanted to share with anyone who enjoyed the meditation as much as Larsa and I did. If you would like to, maybe Jeanette, could you share with us what maybe you have going on this month and the work that you're doing, and maybe people can connect with you in that way? That would be great.
Thank you so much. And just again, an honor to be here with both of you, the work that you're doing, your heart involvement in it, and that fire that has been lit within you that is inspiring and radiating outward is so incredible. So Yes, I love it. And I am really, really grateful to have community that includes you. And so I think we need that more than ever now. And that's sort of the work that I'm doing is around building virtual communities, at least for the moment. One is the Alchemy of Trauma, and it's a small group experience for women who are recovering from trauma. And it's somatic and embodiment based because, as you may know, water has memory. We are made up of water. Trauma is stored in our fascia, in our cells, in our tissues, and the waters of our bodies. So a lot of the work in releasing it is in community, but not through talk, through movement and through practices for regulating the nervous system and tools so that we can come into a grounded place of feeling whole and complete and nourished and stable so we can go out there and do the work we're meant to do. And I think it's one of the key aspects of work in my own life and one that's been such an honor to facilitate with women. So there's more about that on my website, and I offer tons of free resources as well. I have a guide to compassionate end of life care, and yeah, lots of free meditations that I do on Insight Timer, and the privilege to come here from time to time and share. I'm involved this month in the 8-day water experiment, so that's incredibly exciting. And yes, I'm just here to continue to show up as I'm called to and listen to spirit as much as possible. One other piece that's also in resonance with what Laura Sa was talking about is I work with the Pachamama Alliance, and they have the most incredible online courses. And I highly suggest that if any of this called to you about, you know, equity and environmental stewardship and coming home to community and Mother Earth, that you take a look at their website, pachamamaalliance.org, and they have a free 8-week game changer intensive course that I've been moderating now for 3 years. And it's a global community, an intergenerational community coming together to learn how to be change makers in their own communities. And it's powerful and it's free and it's absolutely beautiful work that's being done that I get to be a part of. So thank you so much. I love you all. I love Laura Sa and Lindsay so much, and everyone out there watching. So thank you.
I invite both of you to have the Pachamama work in your guided meditations. And Lindsay, many of our water programs that we've had, I want to weave them in between all of the different program submissions so that we can infuse the whole peace tapestry with water and with the alliances for protecting the animals and nature and all of that wonderfulness. And thank you for the work that you are doing as well, my sisters. And so want to honor it. And Dr. Emoto, in this coming Peace Sunday 40th anniversary, thank you for the privilege of serving with you both.
Goodness, you both are so amazing. And again, once again, I'm a puddle this time. And please connect with Laura Sa at peacesundays.org or with Jeanette at JeanetteSealy.com. We'll put the links in the chat for you both, and you can also learn about our monthly schedule, our live experiments, our published research at waterpeaceproject.org. And if it resonates with you, you can take the Water for Peace pledge where you vow to have mindfulness to water. And it's really simple. When you complete the pledge, you have an option to enter in your email, and we send out monthly schedules and things for everything is free to join. And so please join us again tomorrow. That kicks off our 8 days of global love and gratitude. And as Jeanette mentioned, she's going to be guiding 4 of those sessions. And also on the 16th, we have our full moon water meditation and experiment. And also at the end of the month, every month we have our 2-day intermittent water fasting and consciousness experiment. That's on February 21st and 22nd. And last but not least, we are continuing our daily rice experiment, and We don't have significant changes, but actually you'll see we do have a black mold spot on the negative rice. So we're gonna keep doing that each day until the 22nd. That's February 22nd. And we're gonna do a live stream there and show the jars of rice. And so please join us again for next month. Anyone can participate. All you have to do is show up with your sincere heart. And our water ceremonies are for all water, but they're especially for ourselves, because we know that peace begins within. And now that we know that water has the natural ability, it's a mirror, it reflects, it's a reflection of who we are, and we're connected to all water. So we can connect here through water at any time with anyone around the world. All it really takes is your sincere heart. And you know, because we're water and we don't know everything about water, we also don't really understand ourselves. And if we could understand water better, we would also come to understand ourselves better, and where we've come from and where we're going. So that's why we must study water. And water science truly brings us closer to the day that we could really understand ourselves, I think. And I invite everyone to join in understanding the truth about water, and to learn about the messages of water, or the messages that water conveys, so that we could advance together in this new era. And the gift I received is this, it's the final Messages of Water book, and it was sent to me from Emoto Sensei's son, Hiro Masa Emoto. And Hiro is carrying on Dr. Emoto's legacy at Office Master Emoto and IHM. And he just sent me this copy, and I'm really grateful. I'm going to put the link in the chat for anybody that wants to check it out, because it has contributors with other famous water scientists and researchers that include current water science that hasn't been included in Dr. Emoto's books before, that support his water memory theory and the other theories that he put in his book. So if you're interested, you can go to hottoworld.com, and as I said, I'll put the link in the chat. And I just hope that you join us again as we continue to dive in deeper each time and connecting through our hearts. Jeanette, Laura Sa, love and gratitude to you both and everyone for joining us, for your resonance and holding this space today. Thank you, and I love you.
Thank you so much. And happy Valentine's Day to our wonderful family all around the world, our Ohana, our Aina. Happy, happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
you.